Hi again, Ray. I'm about to brief in the next component of the website, which is the membership side of people logging in once they've purchased the product. The plugin that I am using is called WPE Member, and you'll find it in plugins. To start with, I've previously got this pop-up working so that people can log in. It is called the Fancy Box, I think it's a JavaScript login panel, and in WPE Member settings you can see enable fancy login widget, and I'm using style 1. Now to get it working actually on the page here involves going to this forum post, and this Lisa Josh has run through. I'll let you read this section here of how she actually got it to work. Now I've got it working. You may not need to go back to this, but this is where I got the information, and I'll run through this now. So to get this working, essentially in appearance menus, I have a logged in members section, and I have a normal visitor menu section as well. So if I click on the normal visitor menu and load that in, just quickly map about us, and then that's essentially the logged in. When people are logged in, they should have map. If they aren't logged in, demo should appear here. Now if I go to normal visitor menu, you can see demo, about us, blog, login. And that forum post that I showed you before, essentially I've added a CSS class in here, which made the pop-up work. It didn't work before, so if you need that piece of information, I've supplied it in the video. Now at the moment, I'll just quickly stop the video, and I'm going to log out of WordPress entirely, and I'll come back and you'll see that demo should be the normal visitor menu, so for non-logged in people, but whether I'm logged in or logged out, it's the other menu, the logged in one, which has map, which is always visible. I'll come back in a sec. Okay, so I've just logged completely out of WordPress, and you can see that map. This is the logged in members menu. So for some reason, when I'm logging out of WordPress, it's not changing over to the logged out menu, and this should obviously say log in rather than log out. If I go to the menu, the normal visitor menu, you can see that it says log in. The navigation label is log in, but it's logged out, and it's the other menu. So if I click on there, I suppose that's the first thing that really needs to be tackled. Then we need to look at entering in a username and password and logging in and successfully getting getting a successful login via WPE Member. Okay, Ray, I've just spent a little bit of time working with WPE Member. So the logout I have now changed to this URL, which is the WPE Member standard for logging out. But with that now, you're not going to see the pop-up by clicking this log out anymore, and you're not going to be able to see the fancy box pop-up coming up here, because this menu is never flicking over to the non logged in members menu. So that's kind of where it's at. If you did want to see the pop-up, you would need to follow that forum post that I had before, putting in hashtag, clicking on save there, then coming back and putting JavaScript void in here, adding the CSS class, and then clicking save again. It's in that forum post that I showed you before, but that's not how it should work. The logout should have this logout URL in it, and the normal visitor menu should have the WPE member CSS class in it. But as I said, the switching is not happening the way that it should with the menu. So you can see the CSS class. That will make the pop-up happen with the login link if this whole menu was to work. Now, if I go to WPE Member and then go into Members, I'll go into Members. I've set up a developer login for that fancy box pop-up. So the username, I believe, is developer, and the password, you can't see the password, but the password is admin. So lowercase developer, lowercase admin. Feel free to, where would it be? Create a new login if you need it. This member ID 4, if I go down to membership level, no, that might be one issue there. I've got the membership level as 4, but this level ID is 2, and this level is Australia. So if it's got access to pages, it's got access to all of these different kinds of WordPress functions. It redirects after the login to the map page. So once somebody logs in, I would like them to go and see the map with all the icons on it. And then in Manage Content Protection, if I select General Protection, this here tells you what I'm about to say. So if I go to, I'm only dealing with pages with Scenic Gems. I'm not dealing with categories or posts. So general protection means that for non-logged in users, all of my content pages, you can see, are protected. So this is my premium content. The About Us link is just for people who are non-logged in, so I don't have a tick in that. If I come down to, so the buy page doesn't have a tick in it, I'll just come down to, one second, I'll just pause the video. So you can see, if I scroll down, that Bright is unticked. Bright is on the demo page, and I want that page to be fully accessible to the demo users. So this is a way of selecting which pages are locked out and which pages are publicly available. Moving over to Australia, it's the same thing again. Actually, if I just go up and read this, maybe it'll make it clearer. So, first of all, globally protect the content on your site by selecting General Protection. So we've done that. from the drop-down box and then select the items that should be protected from non-logged-in users. Next, select an existing membership level from the drop-down box, Australia, and that's level ID 2. And then select the items you want to grant access to for that particular membership level. So I don't really need both of these. It's a little bit, it's got more power than I need, but I need to do the same thing again. So I've only got one membership level. There's going to be logged out users, and that's where I set my general protection. And then logged in users, I need to grant access to all of the protected pages. Yeah, that's essentially I need to do that. I'm not sure if I need to tick or untick bright. I suppose I'll just leave it, granting them access to that even though it's unprotected. So I've just come into the login details for developer again, and the membership level is on Australia. That's actually just a number for the member ID. So I was a little bit confused there, but the membership level is for Australia. So that's kind of it in depth. You can see developer and the password is admin. That's for, I'll just quickly recap what needs to happen, I suppose. The menu here needs to swap between logged in and not logged in by having the telltale is demo or map, log in, log out. At the moment it is just always on the logged in members menu. Clicking on this link should bring up a fancy box on the logged out menu, and you should be able to enter in those fields developer and admin as the username and password, all lowercase. That's it for now. Please let me know if you've got any questions. Take as much time as you need to understand WPE Member, because it's going to be, we're going to go in depth with this membership plugin to get it working. Great. Thank you, Ray. Thank you so much for your help. Cheers.